We're going to have a big celebration, as you know, 250 years. In some ways, I'm glad I missed that second term where it was, because I wouldn't be your president for that most important of all. In addition, we have the World Cup and we have the Olympics. Can you imagine? I missed that 4 years, and now look what I have. I have everything. Amazing the way things work out. God did that. I believe that too.
Good God. Folks, that was Donald Trump yesterday at Arlington National Cemetery, capping off his long weekend of golfing, spewing hate, and dick jokes on social media, and generally disrespecting our armed forces, veterans, and the presidency itself. I will say this about Trump's Memorial Day antics. At least he didn't piss on the grave of John McCain, like he usually does on military holidays. Rest in peace, Senator, and be glad you didn't make it to see a second term of this crap. And in honor of Memorial Day, the Trump administration sent one of its least competent surrogates, Dr. Nicole Saphier, on Fox to lie about military recruitment efforts. Let's check it out.
Ever since President Trump has now taken his second term, the red, white, and blue are flying higher than ever. You see recruitment's up all across all of military. Morale is up. He has support that is tangible. He reenlisted 8,000 troops who had to be taken away because they refused the COVID vaccine. He is telling them, and he's giving them the support that they want, and that's why people want to join the military. Our public support is once again favorable for the military. That was also low under Biden. And again, red, white, and blue is flying higher than ever because of President Trump.
8,000 reenlistments. Wow. That might be pretty impressive if it were anywhere in the ballpark of reality, but it's not. As of April 1st of 2025, 113 service members had reenlisted. But have no fear, because Pete Beer Me Hegseth has rolled out an insane new ad campaign that shreds the woke agenda. Okay, let's take a look.
No more distractions. No more electric tanks. No more gender confusion. No more climate change worship. We are laser focused on our mission of warfighting.
We will measure our success not only by the battles we win, but also by the wars we end, and perhaps most importantly, the wars we never get into. It's called peace through strength.
You look into the eyes of these young Americans who are giving up the best years of their life in a uniform to serve their nation. They are incredible.
Through our power and might, we will lead the world to peace. Our friends will respect us. Our enemies will fear us. And the whole world will admire the unrivaled greatness of the United States military.
All right, I think we've seen enough of that, but holy shit, I'm pretty sure this is just the orientation video that Darth Vader shows to his new recruits on the Death Star. If that last clip was the fever dream fantasy of your average pre-diabetic, violently inclined Proud Boy, this next one comes closer to the ugly reality of the MAGA soldier. Don't worry, I won't let this clip play too long.
Full of white boys hustle in the flesh. Black tinted windows count money, yeah, we flex. Pulling up slow on your block, bitch. If we see a wire, bitch, we shoot at your chest. Car full of white boys. White. Car full of white boys. White. Car full of white boys. White. Car full of white boys. I ain't talking on no phones, bitch. I'm dunking the fed.
Okay, yeah, that's real. Not AI. That bastard with the face tattoos is an actual human person who goes by the name Forgiato Blow and goes by the handle Trump's nephew on X, formerly known as Twitter. I can't imagine this guy's actual name is Blow, but he certainly does. Now, next up, it's almost June, but Candace Owens is still working hard on her New Year's resolution to, quote unquote, be more willfully ignorant. Watch her here rejecting science with a smile and absolutely no logic.
Guys, imagine being married to me. I mean, my poor husband, he rolls over. He's like, what are you reading? And I feel like a regular wife says something, I don't know, maybe a love series, Nora Roberts, sweeping her away. Me, on the other hand, he rolled over, he asked me, and I said, oh, I'm reading a flat earth theory. And it dawned into an entire conversation. He's like, why are you reading a flat earth theory? And I'm like, because somebody messaged me on Manect about it and they included some links and I'm just reading them. I don't know. I'm just an interested person. No matter what, if there's a bunch of people that believe something, I now want to know what it is that they believe. And of course, he pushed me on this and he was talking about the earth curvature and science. And I said to him, listen, I'm not a flat earther. I'm not a round earther. Actually, what I am is I am somebody who has left the cult of science. I have left the mega church of science because what I have now realized is that science, what it is actually, if you think about it, is a pagan faith.
Oh, Candy, to answer your question, no, I cannot for a second imagine being married to you. And my thoughts and prayers go out to your husband. And while Candace is rejecting science, Ashley Furniture Customer of the Month, JD Vance, is rejecting math, ignoring reality and passing the buck, all in a single answer to a Fox News reporter's question about tariffs. Try and make sense out of this, would you?
President thinks that we have to make more of our own stuff.
The economy shrank. First time in 3 years. People are pointing to the tariff policy. There are people looking at their 401ks that are worried. What do you tell them? Is this going to work?
So the first thing is, when you talk about the economy, this is Joe Biden's economy, and we inherited $2 trillion of debt, the highest peacetime deficits in American history, a $1.2 trillion trade deficit, which fundamentally means we're not making enough of our own stuff. And the president came in and he said, this is not always going to be easy. It would have been very easy for Donald Trump to do what administrations past have done, which is borrow a lot of money and continue fueling the national debt. He said, no, we need a reset. We need American workers to have better jobs. We need to protect the jobs that they have right now. And we need to be more self-reliant as an economy, which, by the way, will drive down those skyrocketing levels of debt that we've seen. That is what he promised he was going to do. And he came in and we've started that process now.
It's really very hard to get past that eyeliner. But Vance, of course, ignores the fact that Trump budget will skyrocket the national debt and that tariffs are going to hit American consumers like a ton of bricks. But it's all Biden's fault, right? JD Vance needs to stay on the sofa and off the cable news. Speaking of people who shouldn't go on television, Kevin Hassett, who truly has got a face for radio, was back on Fox News with no idea what the fuck he was talking about. Let's take a look.
And we're trying to figure out an off-ramp for Apple. It'd be a $3,000 iPhone if they tried to make everything here.
$3,500.
$3,500 for a good one, for the kind you'd like, probably, Hassett. But what's the offer?
I'm a smoke signal kind of guy.
What's the supply? Yeah, what's the supply chain issue? I mean, what is Tim Cook supposed to do?
Right. Well, we'll see how it works out. But the bottom line.
I feel like there's someone in the Trump comms department who has it in for this guy and keeps sending him to interviews woefully unprepared. Whatever the reason he keeps going on TV, it is always fun to watch him flail. Finally, it seems increasingly clear that the worm in Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s brain is still very much alive, as he demonstrates repeatedly in this 25-second clip where he starts with a total detachment from reality and ends with making thinly veiled compliments about Donald Trump's genitals. No, really. Watch for yourself.
There has never been a president more willing to stand up to the oligarchs than President Donald Trump. And I'm very, very proud of you, Mr. President, for your courage, I'll say, because I don't want to be crude, your intestinal fortitude, your stiff spine, and your willingness to stand up for the American people.
Okay, this is just one of those clips I am just going to let speak for itself. All right, folks, that's it for today. Thank you again for tuning in, and please make sure and subscribe. Hit the bell to make sure you get notified when a new episode drops. I really appreciate y'all continuing to share and spread the word to help grow this platform. Love y'all. See you soon.